Hello, I am live. I'm also I as Akhtar. It is Wednesday, April 15th, and I am just yapping at the camera. Why? Because I've got thoughts and I'm just gonna talk while I exist. There's a poll right now in the chat. It says, "Do you exist?" So if you exist, you can hit yes. If you don't exist, you can hit no, which is just fine. You're on my living room couch, and this is a lamp, and there's a bear clock, and this is a laptop on top of a lap desk, which is totally not the right thing for what I need right now, but this is what I'm doing. So that's not right. What are you going to get from the stream? I have no idea. No idea whatsoever. I am just flat out. Oh, look, there's a new app, Gemini app to desktop. Wow, finally. This is great. I can finally get that because I've been using the web browser version and that is okay, but not I could, I wouldn't mind using an actual app because it's separate. Anyway, what's going on? So today I have been working with regular stuff, regular work and going through videos and whatever. And I am trying to organize all of my projects. And I've not been the greatest project manager in the past, and things slip by a lot. And my life's getting way more complicated than it used to be. You might be wondering, hey, why is that? Why is your life getting complicated? What is the big deal with that? Well, I got a 15-year-old. I got a new job essentially. I'm an executive producer over at PC Mag now that just started about 3 weeks ago. And so I'm just adjusting a lot. So there's been a lot of differences going on. So I've also been through tons of therapy. And the reason why I started this stream today is that I was looking at the videos that were on this channel. And I was like, oh, wow, do I look hefty in videos past? So I was like, wait a minute, I have me and I just want to chat a little bit. Why not? So I think that there's plenty of different things that has gone on in my life since the last video I posted. There's just tons of things. So what is the big deal? What are you about to see? If you're watching this right now and I see 0 of you are doing that, which is just fine, then you have no clue what I'm about to do. What is going on here with this? All right. So don't expect B-roll. Don't expect awesome fire effects or whatever. This is just flat out me talking to camera, and you get to find out what I'm doing while I'm doing it. I'm going to mute for a second because I had to burp. So let's see. I'm going through so many of my documents. I don't understand how people do this. Where are their minds? How do you organize stuff? I mean, organization should be something that's taught, but I don't really have a great organizational system. Like I have scrap pieces of paper and memo pads that I just keep writing ideas in, and then this is on Upnote, and then I transfer them to the appropriate place. Like, let's say I wrote something about a home improvement in the memo pad, then it goes from home improvement. Sorry, it goes from memo pad to home improvement, a different note. But then I don't have a way to track what's going on. Now, today I'm trying to use Trello, which is a free project management service and software. And so I'm trying that out to see if I can actually use it to get things done. We use Asana over at work, and I need to learn it a bit more because it is useful, but it's also kind of it's a bear, man. It's a bear. So, and there's a lot of things that have been going on with it before I got to the company. And so there's a lot of inertia, and I have to learn all of this stuff, which is, whatever. So I am going to keep yapping because I told people literally minutes ago that I was going live, which is tremendous. So what am I going to be doing? I'm going to narrate as I do things. So let me get to my, let's see, what do I need to do now? I'm only going to be on until about 3 o'clock Eastern. So if you're not here, well, you don't even know what I'm saying. If you are here, then you do know what's going on. Okay, so I've got registration for this, registration for that. I gotta go through a lot of emails. You know, when you get a promotion or something and you end up doing, uh, I don't know, higher end stuff, there's a lot of expectations, and that's fine. It's just there's just like I keep saying, there's a lot of moving parts. It is tax day, so says my calendar. I hope you guys got your taxes in because that's important for, getting not audited and whatever, which is fun. Uh, you can feel my energy right now. My energy is low. I've had 2.5 cups of coffee, and this is my third. So, according to Google, I drink too much coffee. I drink about 660 milligrams of caffeine per day, and that is well above the 400 milligrams that is recommended by, is it the U.S. government or the FDA? Because the FDA still exists, and hopefully, I don't know. I frankly, this is my personal channel. I can talk about what I want to talk about. I'm gonna say stuff, and if it irritates you, I'm sorry. But flat out, the FDA and our whole health system is kind of a mess right now. So anyway, my point is I drink too much caffeine per day, but I have to somewhat wean myself off of that again because I like coffee. Okay. Now maybe I could get decaf coffee, but I don't know if that's the way to go. Decaf coffee is all right. I've had a maximum of 2 viewers today, which is tremendous and huge and blah, blah, blah. If somebody's watching this on a replay, this was recorded on April 15th. It's 2:41 and 27 seconds. If you're like, I wanted to know what was going on in Ayaz's mind on that day, well, you're getting to know that because that's just what I'm doing. I'm looking at my calendar and I have a meeting at 3, but I also have the same meeting at 3:30. So I'm not really sure what's going on there. I have a reminder to read. Oh, I got a reminder to read at 4:30. And what else? Hey, you guys, if you got anything to say and you're there, I see all two of you. Please write something in the chat. Otherwise, I'll write something. Hello. Tremendous. Just outstanding. What I need to do today, I got to shoot a couple of other videos real quick. I've got to try out a product called the Books Onyx. It's a e-reader that also you can write on. It's kind of like the Kindle Scribe. And so I want to test it out, make a quick video about it. There's also something else I've been really dragging my feet on, and this is because of how weird last year was. I was dragging my feet on a video for a product called the Pitaka pin case, I believe it's called. Now, this device allows you to attach, well, it's a case. And it's got extra buttons on it, though. And these buttons work through NFC. So if you have a Samsung Galaxy S25, and they make ones for modern phones like the S26, what you can do is you can tie a routine to an NFC button. So, like, let's say I want to have maps open up immediately. I can map it to that. If I want to have a flashlight turned on, I can do that. I can't turn it off like a toggle. It's not an on-off toggle, but I can turn it on in an emergency. None of those NFC actions can be done while the phone is locked. So that's kind of it's not like an emergency button. It's when you're using the phone. So I guess that's good. And I like it. I really do like this idea. I like the idea of adding buttons to a phone that it's just NFC. And so I want that on a lot more things. So for you guys, if you're representing Pitaka, Sibi, if you're there, I'm telling you, this video is happening today. And if Sibi, you're wondering, where's that Books video? I don't know yet. And here's the problem with this. I'm telling you right now that I have a lot of trouble organizing things, right? The Books is like an e-reader that runs Android or a version of Android. And I'm trying to find notes so I can write on the thing. I don't see a native notes app, which is kind of confusing to me with this thing. So I'm going to try it out. I want it to work. It does also do color. So like I tried it with comic books and things, and it's washed out. Okay. Where e-ink technology is nowadays, or where color e-ink is, it's not super amazing or anything. It's good. It's like the brightness, the look of like an old newsprint. It just doesn't have a lot of colors that pop. You're not going to get a tremendous amount of colors, and you're going to have contrast. What you get is a washed out image for comic books, but you do get a reader that will last you a really long time. You use an iPad or a phone for this, and it's going to eat up your battery. With an e-ink reader, you don't have that problem. So there's a trade-off. You get to keep reading, which is great, but the image quality could be better. So I'm a little bit hesitant about it, and I don't know if I've tried it out enough, to be frank. So I'm going to keep trying it, and that's my work life stuff, by the way. So if you're trying to use this against me, work people, this is my personal opinion on stuff. I'm just saying that there's two devices I need to shoot videos on today, and I will, and that's going to happen after my 3 o'clock meeting, which you will not see. Do not, unless you are the person in my 3 o'clock meeting, you will not see me at 3 o'clock, which is just fine. Let's see what else is going on. You know, it's been a crazy week. It's only Wednesday, and this week has been extremely taxing. I don't know if you guys do therapy, but therapy is hard, and it messes up your mind, and then it messes up your sleep, and then I don't really friggin' know how to handle all this. It turns out that when I was made on the planet, that I did not receive certain things that people are supposed to get. So I'm a weird person, or I'm unusual. So I'm not weird, but I also am awkward. And you got to remember that when I was a kid, I was born in 79, which is a billion years ago. There's no such thing as ADD or ADHD. You can only be a certain kind of way. You have to dress a certain way. There's a lot of, you can't really express yourself as easily as you can now with a level of acceptance, because back then when people found out I was a comic book nerd, they were like, oh, what a nerd. And I had an email address. I remember I had an email address in high school. People were like, why do you have an email address? Why would anybody need that? Now keep this in mind. I was in high school from 1994 to 1997. So 1993 to 1997, excuse me. So that was where the internet was when I had an email address. When I went to college, everyone was required to get an email address, and so many people were confused. They didn't know how to use Unix. They didn't know how to use a browser. They didn't know how to use, well, computers, because computers were nerd stuff. So I got into those things, which made me weird. And also, it's insular, right? You're basically doing this stuff by yourself, which also makes me socially awkward. Now, I have three siblings, but I mean, we're all kind of strange. We grew up kind of strange, and it's really odd how things have changed. Strange and change rhyme. I don't know what to do with that, but I will do something with that. I'm tired, folks. I'm really tired. I'm trying to be the best version of me all the time, and it is exhausting because of my upbringing. I have essentially a whole set of software that runs something one way, but it turns out that it's the wrong software. Think of it like this: take an image file and try to open it up in a text editor. You'll get it to open. It's going to have a ton of freaking characters and stuff, but it's not built to do that necessarily. It's going to look like a mess. That's kind of how I am. I have the wrong program to handle the inputs. My inputs are, humans and people and conversations and whatever. And I'm processing it in a way that is, I don't even know how to explain it, because it's my way of processing it. Turns out that I was supposed to be doing a lot of therapy, and I have been doing therapy for now, it's 15, no, 16 years to get my head on straight. It's taken a lot of work to not be a angry person. It's taken a lot of work to be able to shut up, which is the opposite of what I'm doing right now. So I'm just talking because that's what I like to do. Now, it turns out I might talk so much because I over explain things, so that I hope that one of the things I say in the verbal diarrhea that is my speech one of those things will actually click with somebody. And when it clicks with them, conflict over. The problem is if you run into somebody who thinks you're just talking at them and they're not really listening, they're just thinking, okay, this guy is just blathering, blathering, blathering. Well, if that's the case, they're not going to see you looking for the right thing to say. They're going to see you as just talking nonsense because you're trying to figure it out. Oh, my meeting is going to be in 10 minutes. That was the Street Fighter new challenger sound, which means that I have a meeting. New challenger. I like the idea of you put a coin in and bingo, you have whatever. You have a new game. You have a new challenger. See, I can't, this is another thing that's been really bugging me lately is that I have trouble keeping track of my own thoughts from the beginning of a sentence to an end of a sentence. I don't know what the hell's up with that. I should talk to a doctor about this because it happens from time to time. But one of the weird things is I seem to remember them and then I am fine. So I don't really worry about forgetting stuff because I remember them before I totally forget about them. If that makes no sense to you, welcome to my mind. It's just that way. You folks who are actually watching this, there are 3 of you. You guys are great. I don't know you by name. I don't know who you are. 5 of you. If you're watching this and you're like, hey, where's Ayaz been? Well, I'm going to have to go to the door in a second. But know this. I'm over at PCMag.com. I'm their executive editor. I'm their executive producer. So I make videos there. So go to youtube.com/PCMag and you're going to see videos from me. Go to youtube.com/CNET. I'm going to be there too. Now you might be wondering what the heck is going on. The company that owns PC Mag bought bought CNET. And so now it's back. Now I'm sort of back with CNET, which is a weird thing because my unit is technically a CNET video division, which is outside of PC Mag. So I'm technically CNET. All of this is just bonkers. To me, I don't freaking get what's happened. It's been like this very strange spin-off situation. But like I said before, please check out the videos I'm doing over there because we're trying to get a lot more people involved. I want this brand to actually mean something to you guys because PC Mag's been around for 40 years. And I was reading it when I was a kid. I mean, I would go to Staples and I'd buy PC World, I'd buy PC Mag. I maybe would pick up a Mac magazine or something. But these are the things I would do because I loved this stuff. It's just the future. The future is going to look really great. And like I said before, it was insular. It was nerdy. This was nerdy. Okay. People weren't doing this. And so now there's a line from The Simpsons. Essentially, all the things that I used to define me got co-opted by normal people. Superheroes, comic books, computers, phones, all of that stuff became normalized. So everyone's like, hey, I like superheroes. I know who Iron Man is. I can buy a Captain America shirt. Oh, I have a computer. I have a tablet. I have a phone. Oh, my phone turns into a tablet. All of that stuff, 30 years ago was nerd stuff. Importing stuff from Japan was weird. It was unusual because you'd have to find it in a magazine. I got what did we buy? We bought a Super Famicom through the mail and it was way too damn expensive. And my dad picked it up and I'm really happy he gave it to me. But then the Super Nintendo came out and we bought that too. Information back then wasn't as easily received. So you kind of had to find it through magazines like GameSpot or what was the other one? Electronic Gaming Monthly. Like I used to look at these things for all kinds of ideas. But nowadays you can go to eBay, you can do international finds, you can bring things together very easily, which is freaking great for everyone. I'm happy that people get to do this. But who are you when all the stuff that defines you becomes this bland mainstream thing? It makes you bland mainstream person. And you, all 4 of you or 5 of you or 6 of you, whoever's watching this later, you guys know I don't know how mainstream I am. Okay, I am me, and me is weird. So, man, why am I talking so much? Because I like to talk. Yes, I'm not in an office right now. Yes, we're on my couch, and I need to make a home office over there in a very small space. It's about 3 feet by 2 feet or something ridiculously small. I have no clue. That's not true. I have some clue of how I can make that space work. I need to get some approvals. I need to make it look nice. It needs to be functional. And most of all, it needs to get used in some kind of regular capacity because I do not want to set up another desk because I did that before. And I had all of this set up, by the way. I had a prompter, I had lights, I had a mic on an arm. It was ready. It was going. I was ready to do stuff from home. And then, if you don't know this, way back when in 2023, I think it was, or 2022, CNET let me go. Okay, they just said, "Thanks for your service. You're out." And I was like, "Well, that sucks." So I had all of this set up for nothing. Like there was nothing, right? I wasn't doing videos. I wasn't doing live streams with them. So I had this, and after 11 months or during the 11 months of unemployment, I basically broke it down because I'm like, I'm not doing video. It's eating a ton of space up in the living room. There's no point to this. So I broke down the table. I got rid of, not got rid of, I moved everything into storage because that's not what I do anymore. But now it's back. I get to do video again. It's been hard to get this far, but I'm there. So, what is the take home from this? One, I want to say thanks to you for watching this because if you got anything out of this, I'm happy. If you didn't get anything out of this, thanks for watching, I guess. And if you got comments, let me know. I know I posted this on X. I think X is a toxic waste dump at this point. I use it because people are on there. I still think morally I shouldn't, but that's kind of an issue. I put this on Blue Sky. I didn't put this on LinkedIn. Whatever. Is this a test for something? No, not really. Do I always want to talk weekly? No, not really. So is there going to be any regularity to this? I don't know. Ask me or tell me you want to do this. I don't know because sometimes I just want to get stuff out of my mind and I'm doing it this way. And I don't know what you're getting out of this, but I'm going to reveal the results of our poll that I put in the chat. I asked if you exist, tap yes, and if you don't exist, tap no. The results are in. 100% of you answered yes, you do exist. So I'm very happy you exist because you got a chance. You can do stuff. You can make your day into something. I know this sounds like I'm some kind of wishy-washy hippie guy, but a lot of this inner peace stuff I've been coming for and trying to get and finding it has been useful. It's made an impression on me, but it's still kind of hard to let go of the old software. It's like more like firmware. Like it's stuck in there. Like I need firmware stuck in there. Where? There. It sucks. So anyway, I'm gonna get off this video live stream because I have a meeting at 3 and I'm gonna go do that. And we're gonna talk about videos there. Not these kinds of videos, but the ones at PC Mag. So check out youtube.com/PC Mag. We got videos there. I'm gonna have a video every week, if not more. There's gonna be Lab Report where we talk about products, which is really fun. We got some really smart guys in this. We're gonna have a lot more voices coming into this. This is gonna be a regular cadence of videos. I'm excited to help make that happen. Also go to youtube.com/CNET. Somehow, like I said before, I'm on there too. So you can check me out somewhat regularly there, but PC Mag's going to have a lot of my stuff there. So if you want to, this is so silly. If you want to get my opinion on stuff, go to youtube.com/PC Mag. That's where I'll talk about technical stuff and technology. Only technology stuff there. I'm not going to be talking about health like I did here. I'm not going to be talking about the insanity that is my mind, other than the fact my scripts will reflect the insanity in my mind's plural. See, that's another thing. Sometimes I do stuff and I'm like, we got to go do this. And I'm like, who's we? There's only one of me. So I'm a disintegrated person. I need to integrate. I am me. You are you. And we are the Eggmen. So I'm going to get offline and I will see you guys hopefully next time.